Alrighty, we are live. Alright, we're going to be here for some severe weather coverage. Let me just fix the date here. It's no longer the 28th. It's the 31st. It's the last day of 2024. So, pretty wild stuff. But, welcome everybody and happy New Year's Eve. We, once again, are going to be here for severe weather coverage. So. What's up, Peachy? How's it going? Alright. So, as of right now, we have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Alright, we have both, they're all warned for quarter size, hail, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Some of them do have a tornado possible tag on. So let me just pull the stream chat there. Alright, but you can see that there is some 60 DBZs areas. Alright, 3 of them showing up here on radar, so there could definitely be some isolated pockets of pea-size hail or larger in some of these areas, and I think we could definitely see an upgrade to some of these areas as far as hail goes. Alright, because these hail cores do seem to be definitely starting to increase in size there, so we will have to watch out for that. Okay, we also have a isolated tornado threat that will persist throughout this line, and that will kind of exist there as this line moves over to the east. So once this gets kind of towards the Richmond area, and also works its way northward, we will start to see kind of a tornado threat develop in this area. We may see a couple tornado warnings today, depending on how active it is. Okay, but we could see severe weather all the way up to Philadelphia, as we do have that marginal risk. And it does actually go all the way up to like Long Island, so very far north there. But this line has a long way to go, and we may even see some more storms develop later today. Alright, as of right now, dew points honestly don't look too impressive, but we'll obviously see what the progression of these storms looks like. What's up, Tico Von Labor? What's up, Caleb? What's up, Mr. Twister? You're chilling, you have no plans for New Year's besides pulling another all-nighter for the 4th time in a row? Dang, that is crazy. Well, glad to see everybody today. But if anybody has any questions about their location, let me know, and I'll definitely be answering them as best as possible. But yeah, we are pretty much ready to go. What's up, Sam? What's up, Kevin? Port Arthur Cell. Personally, we do not have much instability. Mergers are destructive toward the tornado threat, but they will be helpful with other shear on keeping storms sustainable. I mean, I think it is possible we'll see a tornado threat. Obviously, it's nothing big. The reason I went live is only because we are starting to see this line develop. And if this was on the downtrend, I would probably not go live. Because look, this storm, or this line here, is actually starting to definitely develop here. And that's not just because it was far away from the radar site. This was still going for, a couple hours prior to now. Alright, but this has definitely been its peak intensity, so we will kind of just be live here for when this develops. Alright, we can see right around the Roanoke area, this thing really started to produce some lightning, heavier rainfall, and then just started to develop hail cores, and then by the time we get to where we are now, it's got a full-blown hail core. I've seen videos of pea-sized hail falling pretty close to Lynchburg, actually, so along this kind of area here, we'll have to watch out for that possible small hail threat. I think that's the big reason why I'm live at this very moment. Okay, but we will also be live, just kind of monitor that tornado threat, although that tornado threat is very low. We do have a 2% risk today, pretty sneaky risk. I will say NATOcast did a great job with today's event. Now, they did go way over the top with that 5% risk, and that's definitely not really appropriate for today's event. Alright, but that's a good call out, kind of just showing that there is some potential for it today. Alright, so that's kind of just gave us a little bit of a signal, but definitely a kind of overdoing there with that. Low taper fade, that is crazy. Yeah, it's possible, but it's low. You don't think you're going to see any tornado warnings? I mean, we have a 2% risk, so I think we might. Alright, but honestly, we'll probably, what I'd say is we might get 1 or 2 at best, but you can already see some of these areas are starting to rotate. We do have tornado possible tags, but there's some rotation going on near Troy and Palmyra. You can see this, I believe this does have a tornado possible tag. No, that does not. Okay, but this, or no, this, yeah, it's this one. So this severe warning actually is a tornado possible tag. We might see 1 or 2 severe warnings, tornado warnings. I'm not really sure about if we're going to get any actual tornadoes, but we'll see. Dew points, as you can see, are clearly very, very low. But the further south you go, the higher they get. We have started to see some dew points get into the lower 50s, but really today is just a very low-end kind of event. You're going through all my videos? That's crazy. I saw your comment. Yeah, but if you're just now tuning in, we are covering our severe weather event, very low-end severe weather event here across portions of Virginia. This will eventually stretch into the Delmarva area, so we will definitely have to continue to monitor that. But hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so you don't miss another live stream, because we do this every time we need to. Every time severe weather strikes, we are here as frequent as possible, but yes, Mr. Storm is my name, if you want to put it that way. What's up, Jesse? How's it going? Glad to see you. Yeah, but we are trying to hit 1.05k before the new year, which would actually be pretty cool. And we're only 2 subs away, so we can actually pull that up. And I did get my first storm chaser today to use on stream, John McKinney. I know, well-known Freddie McKinney's dad. He does actually chase occasionally, and he was live today, but he did let me use his stream, or he said he's going to let me use his streams whenever he does go live, so that will be very helpful in the, future there. So ARRR, these storms continuing into a line. Yeah, I do think that these will most likely kind of push off to the east, maybe even, let's see here. They are moving pretty much due east at this point, I'd say. This can load here. Yeah, so that's actually 75 frames. We don't want that. So, yeah, you can see the progression of this. This will most likely continue to kind of move to the north and east here. So, probably up to, like, Georgetown area here into southern Maryland and into Delaware there. And then I do think if we do get any action up here into, like, southern PA or far western West Virginia there, okay, that will most likely kind of continue as a cluster and move up into southern New England, like the I-95 corridor, New York City, Philadelphia area. So that's pretty much what we've got at the moment. But once again, if anybody has any questions about the location, let me know. We do have a special weather statement here west of Harrisburg. I mean, this is obviously very far west. South of Altoona. Or you can see this is for gusty winds. These are wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour. So that's actually pretty wild stuff with that. Alright, but you can see that is associated here with this little cluster of rain showers. So reduced visibility is possible with that. But definitely just kind of be aware of the possible hazards with that. So, but yeah, I do think isolated power outages are possible. So we'll actually let's go to power.us and we'll take a look here. See, as of right now, you can actually see we already do have power outages across West Virginia here. This is as of 3:56. This is just about 4 minutes ago. We already have close to 20,000 customers without power in West Virginia alone, and those numbers will likely rise in Virginia. All right, we also have some power outages in Georgia left over from our severe weather event yesterday. That does actually gonna stretch up into sections of the Carolinas. And that was kind of really from Monday and a little bit of yesterday, I believe. Alright, but you can see that, those numbers will most likely decrease there, but we are watching Virginia here for those power outages, and you can actually see if we load this here, some of these counties a little bit farther off to the west are more without power there, so we'll monitor that. Alright, we also do have a special weather statement near Lewisburg, Kentucky, or West Virginia. Alright, this should be for wind, I believe, unless this is snow. Okay, so this is wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and pea-sized hail. Alright, so gusty winds could knock down tree limbs, blow around unsecured objects, minor hail damage to vegetation is possible. I really doubt we have hail falling with this storm, and we are looking at the best radar site, so honestly, this really does not look like much other than a shower. You may definitely see some strong winds still with that, but as far as a hail threat goes, definitely much lower than what the special weather statement says, but still make sure you're getting indoors regardless of what the radar is showing as of right now. Okay, we do still have rotations north of Palmyra, and it is continuing over the past couple of scans, so we will have to watch that. I wouldn't say it's strong at all. Alright, it is fairly tight, so that's gonna be moving up towards like Troy, and that did get a special weather statement for wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail. So we will have to continue to kind of watch that and monitor that part of this line here. Alright, let me catch up on stream chat. You're hanging out while you're live too? Nice. Oh yeah, there are huge mountains, that's the thing. So that's actually probably why we don't see the hail threat. Thank you for reminding me about that. I completely forgot. But yeah, you can see obviously we do have some elevation out here, as it is West Virginia, and I've actually been to West Virginia myself a long time ago, so I can't really remember much, but you can see that we still do have that special weather statement, so the radar is likely blocked kind of by these mountains here, and it's not really picking up on as high of precipitation kind of values there, or DBZ values. Okay, so that might kind of, change it might kind of just display a different DBZ value rather than what we actually have falling. So let's say there wasn't a mountain here. If we had pea-sized hail, we'd probably have about 40 to 50 DBZs, maybe even closer to 60. So that's just kind of just shows you why mountains aren't really typically great conditions for severe weather. I mean, as far as, covering severe weather goes. What's up, 123 Rockchild? Am I gonna see any storms today? I really doubt it. I guess if you could say storms, like probably just some downpours, maybe some lightning and thunder, but that would be at best. Honestly, nothing more than that. We could look at the NAM for the rest of tonight. So this is today's outlook here. Actually, you can see we have a marginal risk of severe weather extending from southern Pennsylvania into the Delmarva region, all the way from southern Virginia into southern New Jersey there, so we will have to watch out for that threat. That is driven off by, I believe, a 2% tornado threat, and I'm pretty sure we have a some sort of a hail threat with that as well. But you look at the NAM 3K model here, and we take this out a little bit further, you can see as we get into the overnight hours of tonight, there's that line looking like it will probably continue moving to the north and east there, and that does eventually kind of merge with some showers and storms up into southern PA, which we will kind of see that happen over the next couple hours, and really by 7 p.m. by the dinner time frame, we already have a little bit of a cluster of storms moving up into like southern New England there, and you can see portions of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Long Island seeing some of those stronger storms. These may get a little bit intense there. We're getting definitely some downpours, localized gusty winds. I'd say a special weather statement for some of these is possible, just for strong winds. Okay, but a spin-up tornado or two, I think it's very possible, but mainly down into like Virginia or Maryland. Okay, I'd be quite surprised, to be honest with you guys, if we did see a tornado warning at all, really, for anywhere New Jersey or PA, but it is possible, so have to kind of watch out for that. And then behind it, a lot of that cold air kind of filters in. We do see some of that snow on the backside with some strong winds, because obviously this cold front will be very robust there with that Arctic blast being anticipated, so that will bring in very strong winds with it. And we do have already a wind advisory in effect. I will say that definitely could get upgraded if the forecast kind of increases with that, so you will have to kind of watch that as well. But for now, we're going to kind of just watch the progression of this line and see what it does. I will say the hail threat seems to be decreasing in intensity at this very moment, but we'll obviously watch it. It is going to move into a less favorable environment, so that will probably be the kind of the trend for today. But you believe hail starts at 50 dBZs. Really, 50 dBZs is considered downpours, but really 50, like just past 50 dBZs, I'd say, is when you can start talking about possible very small hail with that. But yeah, honestly, I might go live just for the fun of it. I have not seen lightning in months, so honestly, if we do get lightning out of these storms, I could go live, but I don't even know if we'll see lightning. I can't set up super chats. I wish I could, but I can't. I'm not monetized yet. So, we can actually go to, we'll go to studio here. And I will show you guys how close we are to being monetized. And it's not we're not very close, but we are getting there. Alright, so we gotta earn here. Alright, you can see, so this is for super chats. We have gotten the first task down. We have reached 500 subscribers. That was a long time ago, and then obviously at least 3 uploads in the last 90 days, so that was pretty easy. But what we have next is we either have to get 3 million public shorts views in the past 90 days. We pretty much need a short or a couple of shorts to go viral for that to happen, and that is going to be, I mean, that's pretty much impossible, so we most likely won't do that. But if we do get 3,000 public watch hours over the past 365 days, if we do end up hitting this goal, we will be able to enable super chats, memberships, and we will be able to set up a store. I probably won't end up making merch, but you can see all of that is certainly possible if we make that happen. So what that means is that you guys, you don't need to watch the full 30 minutes, but, you know, don't completely click off of the video whenever I post an update, because those long videos, if people watch them a little bit longer, that's going to help increase the watch hours. So if that increases the watch hours will kind of bring us closer to that goal of being monetized. So Davis is monetized now, and he will definitely be setting up that shortly, but we're getting there. So just kind of let you guys know where we are at this moment. But yeah, I haven't really talked about that publicly in a while, I don't think. What do you think about me in Northeast Oklahoma seeing a lot of snow on the 6th? Let's take a look. Yeah, again, today, probably we won't really talk about our snow, kind of our pattern, because for now we're going to be doing severe weather coverage, but I might upload a video tonight on that. Okay, but if you look at the 6 here for Oklahoma, the GFS does agree on this low pressure system kind of bring that southern hitting snow, and I will say I do agree with that, because we do have some pretty high pressure that's going to be blocking the storm from moving to the north, so this will kind of keep it pushed farther south, and then we will see the main trough kind of dig its way through the southeastern United States. So I wouldn't say snow is possible. I really say freezing rain, if not mainly rain, but the GFS on this run does like the idea of some backside snow for your region, so it includes sleet. But if we do look at the total snowfall in the GFS, it still does want a good, 6 to 8 inches for your area. Now, I think this is certainly going to change because it is still over 130 hours out, but it is definitely possible you're going to get some wintry precipitation, and I do definitely agree with the more southern track rather than the northern track, but the European model does still kind of stick with that idea. So there is a possibility, a very high chance you're just going to stay as all rain, but we will continue to watch that as closely as possible. What's up, Joan Paul? Looks like you're going to be busy in January. Yes, I hope so. Hope this channel will be busy in the new year to kind of kick things off. for some the drone gets pulled out. Unfortunately, some didn't subscribe, which means that they won't see the drone footage. That is crazy. Open up another account and open up lots of tabs and watch your shorts and keep it on overnight. Money glitch. I don't even know. Does that even happen? Like, is that even possible? I mean, I don't have that many other accounts, so yeah, this is low-key kind of just like a chill severe weather coverage stream because not much is happening, so we don't need to exactly lock in right now. But yeah, everyone like this stream and subscribe to the channel so we can get this out to as many people as possible. But we're also trying to hit, once again, 1.05k subscribers. So, if I do pull up Studio here, we can take a look. Okay, so we're at 1,048 subscribers, so we need 2 subscribers to reach that. So, what I could do is, let's see if I can do this. Alright, let's do a window capture. And we will do... Alright, I think I should be good with this. Hold on. Alright, if I can pull up my live count with that, that'd be great. And then if I do... Let's see... Display... That might work. Nope. One second, guys. If we can't do this, then it's okay, but I do want to pull up the live count. So, there we go. And then we can move that over here. Alrighty, there we go. That looks good. Okay, so the live count is up. Let me just see how that looks. Nice. Alright. And if I can zoom in like this. Perfect. Alright. That's good. So, looks like those, severe thunderstorm warnings have expired for our line here, but we still have that one on the southern side with that tornado possible tag. They have been replaced, though, by special weather statements. And if you look here, you can actually see that we do have that special weather statement for wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail. So, really, you just gotta watch out for some relatively gusty winds, but also some small hail with that, and maybe some lightning and thunder, but really nothing much other than that. I apologize for background noises. We are getting new furniture, and we're also getting, obviously, furniture moved around. So, if that's in the way, I apologize. You're hearing snow in the deep south this weekend. Yeah, I mean, it's looking possible that we're going to see really far south snow, so. All right. Where am I? I'm in Long Island, New York. Yeah, I'm right around here. In Western Long Island. Think I could gain 2 subs in 5 hours? You need 2 subs to hit your 2024 goal. I don't know, maybe you just sent in an M-ping report? Nice. So right now it looks like the strongest part of our line could end up being north of Farmville. This does have the tornado possible tag, but that's recorded size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There could be some weak rotation going on there, so we'll have to watch for that. Otherwise, we do have some rotation near Cumberland, but really nothing much other than that. Nothing that's really impressive. Did you get hit bad by Superstorm Sandy? We did. We had a lot of water in our basement. I was very young when that happened, so I don't really remember it, but my dad says that we had a lot of water in our basement, and we had a lot of trees down as well. I think we lost power for like 2 weeks, because all the trucks really had to, they couldn't get by all the trees, because there were so many trees down around here. Your model is rendering in. It has slightly more northern track than last time for the winter storm. Yeah, so the Euro continues to show that, so that means we really can't eliminate that possibility. And if that were to happen, we'd probably see less of a major ice storm for like Arkansas, and more see rain there, and then we'd probably see some snow into like the I-95 corridor. Have I been to the Five Fingers region? Are you talking about the Finger Lakes? Because I have not, but I have been upstate. I don't know if you guys remember this. This would be from people that have been watching my channel for a little while, but a couple months ago, we did go to Oneonta, New York, here along Interstate 88, because I did have a baseball tournament up there. It is so beautiful up there, but we are just a little bit to the south and east of the Finger Lakes. So that was a horrible storm. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Flooding was terrible. Remember one time you had a special weather statement for 55-mile-per-hour winds and a tree landed on your stepdad's boat? Dang. Yeah, sometimes the craziest things happen in special weather statements. I remember I was under a special weather statement for one storm, and we had probably winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and they had to end up issuing a severe thunderstorm warning. I think it was a considerable as well, but that was just pretty wild. I will say, Rockchild, a lot of people may think that because we live near here, it's like a tradition to go, but you just gotta think, there are millions, or I guess not millions, but there are thousands upon thousands of people there, in Times Square, and that's shoved into a relatively small place, and that's kind of just to watch the ball drop. I know it's a huge thing, and it's pretty cool stuff, but you just gotta think, it is a nightmare to just even get there, and also tonight it's gonna rain, because these storms are gonna be moving into our area, so, I mean, we usually never go, because it's pretty hard to just pull it off, and I also have a big family, but adding the horrible weather to it, it's just really not a great night to go. So, okay, rotation is actually starting to pick up here near Cumberland, so we will have to watch out for that. Let's see, how far away from the radar site is that? Okay, so that is actually quite a ways away from the radar site, so that's pretty elevated there. But I believe we can change tilts, and that will help. Let's get tilt 2. Yeah, so you can see tilt 2 shows much weaker rotation there, so closer to the ground, it's not as intense, but there is some sort of rotation going on there, but it is very elevated that you're looking at right now. But the atmosphere is trying to rotate, or I guess it doesn't make sense to say the atmosphere is rotating, but we are seeing some rotation south of Cumberland, and south of Highway 60. Not really safe traveling by subway. I wouldn't say it's unsafe. I'd just say it's very kind of busy, and it's just not the best kind of trip, because even, from where I live in Long Island, I'm not too far away if you look at it on the map from New York City, but it still takes sometimes over an hour just to get from here to the city, depending on the traffic. So that would also definitely cause some pretty annoying delays there. Also, what's pretty wild is that some of the biggest I was about to say scenarios. Some of the biggest celebrities in the world are gonna be really close to me. So I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of cool. I feel special. Alright, we did just get news for Thunderstorm warning. Fortunately, the sounds are not going off here, but this is going out for sections of Orange, Lake of the Woods, Rhodesville, Pates, Lahore, Rapidan, Mitchells, Lake Wilderness, and McHenry in Virginia, I believe. Okay, this is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so make sure that you're getting indoors and away from windows if you're included in this warning. Wow, yeah, so that hill core is definitely starting to pick up there, and you can actually see much more pixels there of 60 dBZs at least. So I think that's because they issued the warning. And radar coverage will get better as this moves to the north, because the DC radar site will obviously be close to these storms, so. Alright, I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna go get a drink of water because I'm mad thirsty, so I'll be right back. But this should only take a minute. Alright, I'm back, everybody. Apologize. We are getting new furniture, moving in now, and so a lot of stuff is kind of happening, and they did need my help for a second there, so, but we're back. Okay. You had an unwarned EF1 here with the July 15th derecho. He was telling your mom there was a clear CC drop and the strong velocity. Also, this was with 90 miles per hour winds in July 15th ratio. That is crazy. Wow. The practically perfect SPC forecast for December 28th could have warranted a 45% based off the tornado reports. I mean, I don't know if I can agree with you on that. I think a 30% is, if you're 45% is wild. I think Honestly, the 15% was fine, but really 30% at best if that were to upgrade. Okay, so we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. That is once again for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is the tornado possible tag. Let me just make sure it's not the same. Okay, so yeah, we do have a bit of an inflow notch starting to develop here, so that could be a possibility that we need to watch out for there. I will say this merger here ahead of the line could definitely end up killing it, so we'll have to watch out for that. But a trouble R is that line slamming to DC. Yeah, I did see that earlier, actually. Sounds like next week will be a big snow week for many parts of the country. Yeah, so major Arctic blast wave again. We will end up posting many updates on that. Kind of an embedded supercell there. Yeah, I do see some of that kind of rotation going on. So, and obviously the hail core is starting to develop as well. But I mean, there it is. That is rotation, because it lines up with our inflow notch near Lahore. So south of Unionville, we have rotation. This is going to be approaching Lake Wilderness, and Highway 3. So eventually, if you were to continue that, that would make its way to the general vicinity of Waldorf, Maryland. So, and kind of south, maybe even into the suburbs of Washington, D.C. So, if that were to move a little bit farther to the north, then it could. Little shower probably merging into its hook near Lahore, similar to how mergers with Port Arthur worked on the backside of the cell. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, but that inflow notch is starting to increase there, and that rotation is also increasing as well. So, definitely nowhere near a tornado warning, but if it does increase a lot, then we might see that get issued. Okay, I believe someone said there's a new mesoskill discussion, so we will check that out. Dang, we have not gained a single subscriber. Okay, so we look at meso discussions here. Yeah, so we have a new mesoskill discussion. This is 4-hour line here. So small hail may continue with some increase in potential for scattered or strong surface gusts with an evolving cluster of storms through 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's exactly for what we're watching here. So that's our kind of low, and it's going to be moving into this region. So, all right. 20% watch probability there, so we most likely not see a watch be issued. Get issued. Okay, we have also, wow, so yeah, that hail core is really starting to come into play here near Rhodesville. Look at that. Yeah, 66 DBZs there. Dude, that is getting close to 70 DBZs. That is actually, if that were to get to 70 DBZs, that would be crazy. Okay, so we probably have some decently large hail near Lake of the Woods. Nothing crazy, but like we're talking quarter size, maybe a little bit larger. If you hear any background noises, I apologize. We do have workers moving the furniture, so yeah, I think I just changed it from analytics. There we go. Oh my gosh, we are 1 away. Thank you guys so much. We are 1 away. I just saw it go up. That's cool. That's awesome. We are 1 away from 1,050 subscribers. Euro has a more northern track on the winter storm. Alright, so yeah, once again, still kind of, I don't know if I read that, but still kind of showing that scenario playing out. What's up, Laura Stone? So, this right now doesn't technically have a severe warning. I would warn this near Mineral just because of the hail core, because that is starting to develop a slight hail core with that. So, at least give it a special weather statement here, but that is, I'd say, pretty close to severe limits if you're asking me. But, yeah. because there is an area, a pocket of 60 DBZs there. Alright, there we go. Just as I suspected, they went ahead and issued a special weather statement for this line, for this part of the line here. Okay, this is for wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. That is for Mineral, Bumpus, Greens Corner, Green Bay, Plumtree, Centerville, Lakeland, or I'm Lakeland. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this is pretty much getting close to I-95 actually, and so if you are traveling on I-95, make sure that you are paying attention to this line, because there could be a time or kind of just a couple minutes of brief heavy downpours, gusty winds, and maybe even some small hail there. That does also include Bowling Green, Milford, and then all the way out to Corbin, Guinea, Delton's, Welch's, Page, and Rixey. So, yeah, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Honestly, for that special weather statement, just make sure you're getting indoors. I really wouldn't worry too much about staying away from windows. But if you're in the severe warning, definitely get indoors and away from windows. Also, that does have the tornado possible tag, so that does kind of represent our very low tornado threat. Did I watch the Trey vid? I did, but very briefly. Yeah, I-95 is definitely a very major corridor. 9 hours until 2025, yeah. You're giggling a bit, but you're fine. What? NATO dude Adam! Bro, what is up? I'm a huge fan of your shorts. Awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. NATO dude Adam. Everyone give a W to NATO dude Adam. Go check him out. But yeah, still watching that possible developing hail core near Lake of Woods. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're in the Carolinas, but I thought I heard you're in Virginia, NATO dude Adam. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know why. But I thought I heard you or found out from somewhere that you're in Virginia or the Carolinas. But once again, correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, W NATO dude Adam. Also, we have 14 people watching. This is close to our stream, like our best. I don't know what our best is, but as far as, you know, current people watching, this is close to it. We're still one away from our goal, so if you're just now tuning in and you haven't already, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. You're gonna upload on YouTube now since TikTok will get banned. Dude, if you upload on YouTube more often, that would be awesome. And you should do more like update videos. Like your shorts are great, but you should also upload actual videos as well. $15 people in here. Wow. Yeah, everyone hit the like button. Let's try to hit 20 likes this stream. We're close. You were giggling because of the town name near Greens Corner. Is that the one I could not pronounce? Lakeland or... Hold on. No, that's Vermont. It's gotta be Delaware. Bruh. I don't see a Greens Corner anywhere. Anyways. Okay, we did actually, they issued a special marine warning for the line here. This is for the Potomac River. And I believe that does actually go, yeah, that goes into Washington. So we now have a special marine warning into Washington, D.C. Only because there is a body of water out here at the Potomac River, so. Yeah, so if you're in the way of this approaching line, make sure you're definitely getting indoors. You want to avoid outdoors as much as possible, but if you are getting hit by the severe one part of it, watch out for possibly some small hail. Still some rotation going over here near Pates or Heights. So Bumpus. Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about. Or Bumpass. I don't even know. But I get it. Yeah, so there's that inflow notch actually starting to kick up here south of Lake of the Woods. So just make sure you are staying weather aware if you are along in this area. This is going to be moving towards Fredericksburg, and some of these areas will become more populated. Obviously, this will eventually cross I-95, and it will, let's see, if we were to continue that, that would probably, let's get this off of 75 frames. Much better. So yeah, if we continue that, if it continued to move to the northeast, that would move up to DC. Davis is calling me. Yo, what's up?
Yo.
Are you live still?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm live too if you didn't know already.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you think this line's gonna hit DC? I think it might go south there, but
I think the northern part of the line will hit southern DC. The HRRR has been hinting at that for a while.
yeah, Caleb WX says that the HRRR has the line slamming into the DC area, so.
Yeah, it does.
But if you are traveling along I-95, make sure you're staying extra weather aware because there will be a period of some heavy downpours, maybe even some small hail depending on where you are, but definitely also some gusty winds with that. We also are watching some very minor rotation within this line because there is a little bit of an inflow notch there. It is really starting to disappear actually, but there was a little bit of rotation previously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely not going to be a huge problem today. I don't know. We still have a 2% risk, but I don't know if we've had any tornado warnings today yet. Yeah.
The HRRR does actually like the idea of some discrete little supercells out ahead of this little line here developing maybe in like southern New Jersey, so that could lead to an increased tornado threat. Say 7, 8, 9 p.m. Eastern would be the greatest time frame to watch there for an isolated tornado or damaging wind gusts across southern New Jersey.
Yes. And I do think that I will get a cluster of storms tonight that could produce heavy downpours, maybe even some lightning, so I will stay up for that.
Yeah, man, we've been live for an hour.
Already?
Yeah.
Or you have been live for an hour. I've been live.
A thunderstorm warning here. This is for Fredericksburg, parts of the I-95 corridor, quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. If you're in this area, make sure you're moving indoors. The noteworthy thing here is they have actually canceled the tornado possible tag, though.
Yeah, that makes sense because that area of rotation on velocities has definitely kind of went away, so yeah, we officially have a severe warning, including portions of I-95 also out there near Fredericksburg. So the population for these areas will eventually increase, so we will have to watch out for that. But definitely, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. But we also have that special marine warning going up for the Potomac River. So definitely, if you happen to be, on a boat or whatever, just make sure that you are getting off the water.
That includes literally the entirety of the river too, pretty much.
Yeah, that does.
Cumberland still had some rotation. Let's check it out. Virginia.
Cumberland. Hey, we did it! We hit 1.05k. That was the goal. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate that. But it's good to have another half 100 subscribers at the end of 2024.
Yeah, that rotation's actually weakening though, but thanks for pointing that out, Weather Tracker.
Yeah.
No, there's rotation south of Cumberland. If you go back and look at it, it was quite strong at one point.
Oh, there is? I think I saw that earlier. I forgot where that's at. Hold on. Cumberland. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's Delaware. Is it in our severe warning or is it in our special weather statement?
Special weather statement.
Okay.
It's at the southern end of the line, and there actually is a hook echo and everything.
I do see that now. Oh yeah, I had actually pointed that out earlier. So, yeah, it was more intense earlier, but yeah, there is definitely still some of that rotation going on. And then there is
actually just a bit again over Tobaccoville.
Yeah, I did see that.
Weird name.
There's another one called Dumpus, or what is it? It's called Bumpass. I don't even know how to say it.
Thank you, Mary.
And there also is area of 60 plus DVGs near Cartersville. So definitely watch out for some small hail. I'd say really up to pea-size hail is possible with that. I have seen videos of pea-size hail from this line earlier, so.
So this rotation, if it continues, it will go on the north side of Richmond near Ashland, Virginia. Again, it's not anything super intense, but it is quite, not strong, but it's getting there. It will continue to push eastward here. We also do have some more broad rotation further to the north near Cartersville trying to develop, it looks like. So we'll kind of watch both these spots in the line for an embedded tornado threat.
Yeah. So this is why we have the 2% risk as well. You're going to be live more on YouTube too? That'd be great, NATO Dude.
Yeah, I don't think they will issue a tornado warning for that, unless something really picks up there. It's quite broad as of right now.
Yeah, I'm still watching the Tobaccoville area of rotation because I really think that is honestly, I mean, I haven't been looking at the weather too much today, but as far as what I've seen, I think that's probably our most concerning area of rotation of the day so far.
That is not a CC drop weather tracker. It does not line up. I knew somebody was going to say that, though.
Oh, yeah, that does kind of look like a CC drop, but no, that's contamination.
Right, you're good.
Yeah, so if you're near Hideaway Lake or Bologna, that's where the rotation is starting to move up towards. And then also near Goochland, we have very broad rotation. I don't know if you saw, but John McKinney gave you access to his severe weather chase streams.
Wait, what?
John McKinney, he shouted both of us out and Levi on his live today, and he said that we could all use his streams.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah. So there is actually, I believe, an embedded supercell near Lake of the Woods where our previous area of rotation is, and there actually is a hook echo developing, and that rotation is starting to kick back in. So I would actually watch that.
That's actually not an embedded supercell. That's just a kink in the line.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a L core.
Well, but look back at it. Look at the past scans. You can see it was originally very clearly part of the line.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, but that's moving over a very populated area, so make sure that you are getting indoors if you're in Southern Gateway, Stafford, Dunvant.
Very single-site radar is like what we're looking at right now. It's where you have all the little radars. If you turn it over to MRMS, that just gives you like a very low-quality view, but it is countrywide there. So again, whenever we're looking at specific cells, we always use single-site radar.
Yeah.
So again, our hook echo here just east of Cumberland now is continuing to curve in on itself here. It looks like the rotation is probably going to dissipate, but we will actually watch this for several more minutes. It is definitely still there, kind of about to cross Highway 60, so we'll watch out for a brief tornado to potentially be produced there. But again, I think at this point, the line is mostly going to be a wind threat.
Yeah.
You're going to McWendy's, aren't it?
The temperature is fairly mild in this storm area. Let's check that out, actually. Dew points right now are in the upper 40s and low 50s, so pretty unfavorable, but we could turn on temperatures here.
Where's that?
She was talking about the storm area in general, I think. Let's see. So yeah, we turn on temperatures here. You can see right now they are in a right now in the upper 50s. And obviously our approaching cold front will cool down things. But for now, if you're looking at kind of the area that these storms will be moving into, pretty much right around the same. Although really past Baltimore and points north, that those temperatures will start to decrease. But you are still hanging on to the 50s if you're in Philadelphia and southern New Jersey, so I think that's also a part of the reason why they they extended the marginal risk into that area. So for now, everything seems to be kind of in the mid to upper 50s, but really nothing too favorable as for severe weather.
So again, for anybody wondering, I think the peak time frame for a tornado threat would be, say, 7, 8, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I think that would be over parts of Delmarva as well as southern New Jersey. Just look at all these little discrete cells here that we have popping up at, say, around 8 p.m. Obviously, not every single one of these is going to produce a tornado because it's not a super favorable environment. But if any one of them does become strong enough, I think it's definitely possible that we do see a brief spin up.
Yes. Also, they did add the tornado possible tag back on the Fredericksburg severe warning.
That's been there.
That has. I thought they took that off.
No.
Oh. It's very mild for the last day of December. Yeah, I mean, these, you could argue that these are slightly above average temperatures.
watching that rotation over Hideaway Lake there. Again, we're probably not going to see a CC drop if that does produce anything. One, because it would likely be relatively weak. Two, it's in a pretty unpopulated area. And three, we are talking a good, say, 65 miles away from the radar sites. That's a little too far to see a CC drop unless it was a strong tornado.
Yeah.
If you're just not tuning in, make sure to subscribe. We do this every day for areas all across the country.
Yeah, everyone go subscribe to Davis.
We did over 20 hours of coverage last week for the severe weather event down in the Deep South. Again, I think 2025 is probably going to be the most active year that we've seen in a long time for severe weather, so we'll watch out. Again, we're going to be trying to go live as much as possible next year. Again, thank you guys for all the support recently.
Is this a new hat? No, I've had this hat for a while now. Yeah, everyone make sure that they're hitting the subscribe button so that you are always here whenever we do severe weather coverage, because you could definitely end up yourself being in one of these kind of situations.
Will climate change make us have more tornadoes? With the recent trends, yes. Especially across Dixie Alley. I think Dixie Alley will make a comeback in 2025. It's been kind of boring in 2024, but...
Do you think south of Snell there could be a little bit of an inflow notch, or do you think that's kind of just because we're very far away from the radar site?
Where did you say?
South of Snell.
Snow, Virginia?
Snell.
Snell?
Snell.
I can't hardly hear what you're saying, I'm sorry.
It's alright. Snell.
Where do you see an inflow notch?
South of there.
No, that's not an inflow notch.
I think that's just because
the
we're...
the storm, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Could also be...
Hey guys, the tornado reports could be multiple from the same tornado. So the other day we did not have 58 tornadoes. That's just how many reports we had. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
I said it could also be because, partially from the fact that we are very far away from the radar site.
Yeah.
But
is it seriously, Mr. Twister? Is that true? When does generation beta start? 2025. Gosh. We did not surpass 2011. It's not confirmed. Again, I've explained that several times, but I'll go ahead and do it once more. That study, first of all, it included the months of January through November, and 2011 had a lot of tornadoes in December, while 2024 didn't. The second thing is, obviously, there's always a range of tornadoes that every year has, so we're not certain that it's exactly a certain number. It'll be anywhere from, this is just an example of a random year, but say there's 1,200 tornadoes in a year. We don't know it's exactly 1,200. They usually say a range from say 800 to 1,300, and the guess is just 1,200. Third reason being is we have several different sources reporting different amounts of tornadoes in 2011. Some people say it was over 2,000. Some people say it was 1,700. Overall, there are just way too many variables to say that we definitely had more tornadoes than we did in 2011, in my opinion.
yeah. No problem, Joan Paul. I know that you've been watching this channel for a while, so I decided to make you mod. So. Who's on the phone? That's Davis. I don't know if you've tuned into his stream before, but that's Davis on the phone. He's also live, so if you haven't already, go subscribe to him and also hit that like button on his stream so we can get his stream out to as many people as possible. So
yeah, go subscribe to Mr. Storm as well if you've not already. If somebody wants to put his link in chat, that's fine.
But yeah, if Peachy, you're still here, if you can put Davis's link in our chat as well, that'd be great. What's up, Pierre Dubois?
We are 21 subscribers away from our goal for today. If everybody watching subscribed right now, we would hit that. Fun fact. We've been going back and forth the past few days, but if you do enjoy any sort of weather columns, and I do think this channel's for you. We do documentaries on old, we do forecasts, we do severe weather coverage streams like we're doing today. This is a marginal risk day, and we've been live for well. Subscribe to rate this. We try to do as much as possible. So, again, if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure to like and subscribe. And even if we did, I said this earlier, but even if we did pass 2011 in number of tornadoes, intensity is still so much higher per average tornado in 2011. Like 2024, a lot of the tornadoes we had were brief spin-ups. Obviously, 2011 had several EF5s, way more EF4s than 2024 had. So again, while I don't even think we crossed 2011 in terms of number of tornadoes, even if we have, average intensity per tornado is still so much higher in 2011 than it was for 2024.
Yeah. Even if we're like very, very close to 2011, which we don't even know for sure, then I'd still say 2011 is by far a much bigger year because obviously our major outbreaks and just, I feel like overall it was just, you know, a lot more insane.
We're now at 3,131 subscribers, only 19 away from our goal for the end of the year.
Forgot about that. What time do we need to leave?
We're leaving now, or else you can go tomorrow morning with Augusta and Kevin and serve.
Alrighty.
Well, that means I probably need to go, so.
Now?
Yeah.
31-32. We're now only 18 away. I believe this is the highest we've ever been.
Alright.
Dude, we're getting so close.
Well, I'm gonna have to end off the stream, unfortunately. I know it's kind of early to do that, but I do have to go to mass, so always God first with that. But I will hopefully be back if I can later today. But if not, have a happy New Year, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for having me on, Davis, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Alright, see you later.
See ya.